Hey y'all, welcome back to InDFlix. We've got a double dose of drama from the Big Brother 27 house. In episode 7 and 9, we saw another intense BB blockbuster comp. We said goodbye to Amy and watched as the new HOA played it safe, but maybe a little too safe. Let's get into it. So, as we remember from the last episode, a lot happened. Jimmy's HOH got flipped upside down. Keanu took himself off the block. Kelly took herself off the block, which forced Jimmy to name 2 more nominees to sit along with Adrian. And he put up Amy and Will. And his girls and his alliance are not happy. Mickey and Morgan do not like how he's been moving with his HOH. They don't feel like this has been a team decision. Those were votes on their side and people who they thought wouldn't vote against them. So Jimmy's going to have to suffer the consequences of basically going against, your own alliance. Politicking started quickly. A lot of people are like, hey, if Adrian's up, maybe we take Adrian out. And that's definitely what Rachel's trying to push. She thinks Adrian is a good competitor. So why not take him out? But you have, the house kind of figuring out, is it going to be Will or is it going to be Amy? And a lot of them are leaning more of Amy, which is understandable because they know Amy's alliance or allegiance is with Rachel. And that's just another number for Rachel. So reality hits and Rachel sees that Amy may be the one to go if she does not win the next BB challenge. So this week's blockbuster was Puzzling Print. It was a fingerprint puzzle, and that was won by Adrian. He secured his safety before the live eviction, automatically removing himself from the vote and shifting the target to Amy and Will. In a unanimous 13-0 vote, Amy was sent home. Even Rachel and Ashley, her closest allies, sided with the majority, which is understandable. You don't want to be the ones to vote against the house because then you'll just be another target. So I completely understand why they voted the way they voted. It made sense. Amy didn't let everyone know with her leaving out that she was the secret accomplice. So she did leave the house without anyone knowing that. It sucks. It really sucks. It was an easy vote. But when she left out, she didn't leave quietly. When she walked out that door, she kept yelling that Jimmy is a snake and a liar and warned the house they need to get rid of him, which I'm trying to understand what happened because I'm going to be honest, I have not been watching the live feeds. So hopefully they show us what was discussed between her and Jimmy because I didn't think he, had anything towards like a vendetta towards her. I really genuinely think she was just up as a pawn. But yeah, I think between Will and Adrian, that was a dumb decision. If he really wanted to treat Amy as a pawn, he would have put another strong competitor up next to her so that if Adrian won that BB blockbuster, that strong competitor may be the one going out the door. So that was basically episode 7. Amy's gone. Alliances are visibly fracturing. Obviously, the blockbuster game has proven to be a serious game changer. It leaves people of vulnerability. We don't know what Rachel's next move without her closest ally would be. So it's a lot. It's a lot that has happened just in these few weeks of Big Brother. So going into episode 9, everyone is still, emotional about the whole Amy eviction. And it's understandable, especially the girls. They felt like, Amy was a good number on their side. And it sucks that, her relationship with Rachel was the detriment of her, lasting here in the house. So I don't know if the girls are gonna all align like, yo, we have to go after the guys now because the numbers are starting to dwindle, or what. Jimmy may have a bigger target on himself because he's supposedly supposed to be working with the girls. So it's a lot of emotional driven actions being done so far. What was funny was Adrian and Keanu. Keanu's like giving him props for winning, and they were able to literally every Jimmy nomination or for eviction took themselves off the block. First it was Keanu, then it was Kelly, now Adrian. So Keanu's thinking, we're bonding over this, but Adrian's like, we're not working together. Because Adrian has allegiance with Will, and Keanu did throw Will's name out there. So Keanu, I feel like he's just making more and more enemies on here and less of alliances. And he's going to clearly have a target on his back week after week after week, unless something changes. What I wasn't expecting was this Rachel and Ava alliance. They formed a final two deal, which obviously makes sense to an extent. Now, Rachel wants Ava as her final two because she feels like she can beat Ava if it comes down to that. And that was smart of her to, have a backup plan in the event that Amy left. But Rachel, I think you're underestimating Ava. Y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I know this is early. I can see her taking this all the way. If she makes it far to final three and even final two, I can see Ava walking away with this. Just something about her personality and how easygoing and how personable, and she's forming all these relationships with literally everyone in the house. I don't know if I would feel comfortable sitting next to someone like that. Like someone who has a lot of friends that's going to be in the jury house eventually. That can impose a threat too, because Ava's playing a good game. She's kind of undercover, but not really. Like she's still putting her face out there to where you know who she is. If she keeps going at that rate, I'm telling you, I see success. Meanwhile, Mickey and Morgan are still not feeling Jimmy and his decision of everything that he basically did with his HOH. And I get it. There was other fish to fry, bigger top competitors that could have gotten out this week. And I ain't gonna lie, these past few HOHs, I get it. Everybody wants to play safe, but like you play too safe and then you gonna be the one out the door. So they not feeling him. He feels it. So if either one of them win, I don't know if they're going to still, keep an alliance with him or not. But he definitely has a lot of making up to do. So in episode 9, we got a brand new HOH competition, a classic Big Brother true or false memory game. And it was hosted by the BB27 twins, Liz and Julia Nolan. And it was a fast competition. It was a large group that got out, I think, within the first round, which left just Mickey and Lauren to compete against each other. And the surprise winner was Lauren. And I don't know how I feel about this. Lauren has been floating under the radar so far. So this win shocked a lot of the house guests. We don't know if she's going to make bold moves. She's going to play super safe. So I think everybody in their head is like, what moves is she going to make? Because she hasn't really spoke game to anyone. But she's supposed to be a Big Brother super fan. So we'll see how she utilizes it during her HOH week. So obviously conversations are brewing. Literally nobody knows what she's going to do. Vince has a conversation with Lauren as well, being the first HOH. And then apparently they have a final two deal as well. He's like just trying to give her advice. Like there's going to be a lot of people in your ear, just be mindful and make the decision that's best for your game. Just giving her some, nice advice. Jimmy comes in on the conversation. And they're trying to think of who would be, someone to go up. Obviously, Keanu's name flew out there. Kelly's name flew out there. So it's going to be up to her to decide what she wants to do. And in an attempt to mend things over with Mickey, Jimmy goes back and tells her, like, hey, you're not on her radar. Because remember, Mickey still has that secret power where she can overturn the HOH, and basically it could be her week. Jimmy doesn't know about it, but, Mickey's like on the fence because she doesn't know where Lauren stands right now. So, again, I don't think you should take anyone's words without speaking to the source directly, but still some people lie anyways in this game. So it's going to be up to Mickey if she's going to use that power or not. The conversations start with Lauren. Keanu's one of the first few people. He's trying to tell her, you don't want to do everybody's dirty work. And just he knows his name is being put out there, but he's trying to throw other targets, at Ashley, Rachel, Jimmy, anything to get the target off his back. But it will be easy for her because you've been up already. You've caused friction in the house. You literally told everyone you're coming after each and every one of them. So, see, your mouth can get you in trouble. Ashley and Mickey go in trying to get a read of Lauren. I think Mickey was mostly going in just to make sure she was good, which was very smart. She told her, she would probably honor the prior HOH's nominations since they all got let go. So I think she also feels more confident now after having that conversation with Lauren that maybe I don't have to use the power necessarily. And Ashley obviously needs to go in because they're worried about Catherine, because Lauren and Catherine are close. And Catherine being in Lauren's ear, telling her what moves to make or come after certain people. And I know Ashley would definitely be one of those people after that whole Showergate situation. But Lauren, as a Big Brother fan, super fan or whatever, she doesn't want to be known as someone who's laid low or has just been playing in the background. And I get that. But with HOH, that's where your power, you should utilize your power and make those big moves so we know who you are. Oh, that's the girl who got out this person. That's the girl who did this, that, or whatever. So I guess she's just trying to navigate how to get through the week. She has a conversation with Kelly, and then Kelly again offers herself to Lauren and putting her up on the block. And honestly, kudos to Kelly, but if I'm HOH, I'm not putting you up because you're winning everything. And I'm just helping you build up more and more of your resume. You don't want these BB competition. You won your secret veto challenge. This is good for Kelly's game, and people are playing right into it. So Kelly also may be another person like Ava, where they're being underestimated and will take it far. Adrian is another person I want to talk to Lauren just to give, his ideas of who should go up. And Lauren was not looking for that. She wanted him to also offer himself. Girl, you cannot, is this not easy? You cannot just think people are going to nominate themselves as pawns. No, pawns go home all the time. Not besides the one season. And I watched Taylor win the whole thing when people were actually actively coming after her and saying she was going up as a pawn. So the girl wants it easy. That's not going to work, sweetheart, especially if you don't want to be known as someone who just flies under the radar. So then she has a conversation with Will. I'm not going to lie. I was even getting upset watching this, and how basically she's going to put him up for nominations. And it's the same stupid excuse. Oh, you're so loved. We love you here. There's no way everybody will vote you out. He literally just heard about this last week when Jimmy put him up, and now you're doing the same thing. And I'm glad Will says something like, yo, I don't like that. I don't want to just be being put up as everybody's pawn. That's not okay with me. So I understand his frustration. It's not right. There are way bigger targets. Pull the freaking trigger. Vince, Jimmy, and Lauren, they are really wasting their HOHs on people that, one, either isn't that threatening, no offense, in the game, against all these other big winners. Like, oh God, it's super frustrating. For her 3 nominations for eviction, Keanu, Kelly, and Will. I just don't, I really don't get it. Same trio as last week. Again, it's clear that Lauren, she's trying to avoid blood on her hands, but safe gameplay this early can cost her allies later. Like, you can't keep playing it safe. You're gonna have to get messy and make big decisions. It's just not a good look. It's not. This was easy, and it's just gonna be harder for you if, again, we have veto, we have the BB blockbuster. Like, it's gonna make it harder for yourself. That's it for episode 7 and 9 of Big Brother 27. Amy's gone. The blockbuster continues to mix things up, and the pressure is rising inside Hotel Mystere. Let me know in the comments who's really running this house. And do you think Lauren is playing smart or scared? And when should Mickey pull the trigger on her secret power? Smash that like if you're loving these recaps. Hit subscribe for more BB27 breakdowns. And I'll see you right back here for the next twist.